Contact left. Moving. What's up, guys? Welcome back, Goliath Killers. We got a good one today. Going over Doo-Doo Hits the Fan 2.0 SHTF. We covered in the last video, we did home, vehicle, in person. This one we're going to dive a little deeper on what's in person, because we got some videos coming up that we think y'all are going to like. We're going off grid, and we're going to show you exactly how to live out of a pack just like this and survive.
Also, get down there, hit all them buttons, like and subscribe. And if you know what the Montana musket loader is, drop a comment and let us know.
Also, check out our shop on Etsy if you want to get merch such as, oh, they see my bald head, cheesy hats like this, as well as the custom Craig Small PP Big Dreams shirt. And then y'all are probably wondering, who's that third person to our right? Why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, my name's Ethan. Just out here shooting the shit with these guys. Invited me over, so we'll see where it goes.
We found him on the side of the road. He had a cool looking backpack, so we were like, hey, he probably knows a thing or two. He bought some stuff in a small Ziploc baggie. It was kind of white and yellow. He says it's you can put it in your vape, so we're gonna try it out and see how it goes. All right, so we're gonna dive down into what's in our packs. Obviously, you want to start off with a good pack. I think what we have up here is a good representative of the 3 tiers of backpacks. So going into the subject of bouncing off grid, in our eyes, there's you got property and then you don't got property. So while we're undoing some of our crap, Craig's going to talk about option A, which is you have private property to bounce to. So go ahead and take off.
So I am fortunate enough to have a little bit of acreage to where I can roll out to it. So as you can tell, my backpack's fairly small. I have different things staged out, and when we do those videos, I'll be able to show you all those. But first and foremost, in my first pocket, I do have socks. You have to be able to take care of your feet. If you don't, you ain't going nowhere. Another fast track.
One pair is for his feet, and the other pair is for when he's lonely.
Yeah, winter base layer for my wiener.
Why one's crusty.
Yeah. Fast, easy energy. Okay, whether it's candies, whatever you want to eat in there. Let's see.
Or putting your eye snack.
Or putting your eye snack. Saw, skinning knife, knife sharpeners, multi-tool, pack of cigarettes, batteries. I mean, there's several different things. I could pull them all out for you. Toolkit, whatnot.
Yeah, go ahead and pull them all out. And
okay.
We're just going to do a big discussion on all of it. So, like, he's got the folding saw. Well, I also have a folding saw, so that's very important for any number of reasons. You can cut timber for your fire, but also, like, there's a channel called Men with a Pot, and a lot of times they'll cut sticks in such a fashion to where you can make cooking utensils, drive it into the ground if you want to cook stuff like that. These are cheap, and they come in really handy.
There's another option for the saws here. This is just a little hatchet from Gerber. It's not the best saw, but it'll work if you need to cut something down and you don't want to chop it with this little hatchet you got here. So
yeah, you can pick these up. Ooh, boy, it's starting to rust. You can pick these up online, or like I got this one at Tractor Supply for like 14 bucks. But yeah, like he said, it's always good to have one of these to you can create shelter with it, or you can get firewood, all that stuff. Rope.
Go on with your stupid rope.
Insert meme here.
All right, get your stupid fucking rope. I'll get my stupid rope. I'll get it. There's my rope right there.
This could be used for any number of reasons. I also found this at Tractor Supply, and it's got carabiners attached to it. I have no idea what I'm going to use it for, but sometimes rope is handy. If you got bears in your area, hoist your stuff up.
Something I keep.
Oh boy, that's a F-22. That's a Raptor. We got balloons.
I call this my wash my ass kit for the most part. We have peroxide, calamine, toothbrush, toothpaste, Tylenol, mosquito spray, Irish Springs.
This is my wash my ass kit. A bag of baby wipes.
Also important. Something to sustain yourself.
I don't
to
have
get some
nothing to wash
protein.
my ass with.
Just beans and rice. They're cheap enough. They go bad. You can fill them out. Paracord. Smaller stupid rope. Base layer for your face.
You want to talk about the paracord a little bit?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm sure Sully's got one similar to mine, but like you can do a whole rope, a whole line like that, or you can daisy chain smaller strands, just like Flannel Daddy recommends. You can peel these off, tie down some tarp or your tent, all that stuff. You can choke yourself with it in your tent at night when no one's looking and you're lonely.
That's what. So I was gonna say these guys are probably gonna bust out 2-man tent, 1-man tent. I keep a tarp in mine. Helps keep my shelter up. I'm able to put it up with this, so on and so forth.
Yeah,
MREs.
So this one right here is a quick ridge line for my tarp. So you just pretty much deploy it. There's a little bow in there. Wrap it around the tree. Find 2 trees. This is about 50 feet. So you should be able to find another tree that's within that range, and then you just do another knot at the end.
Yeah.
Usually a trucker's hitch.
Staying on the topic of food that you pack, if you can get your hands on some MREs, if you know some guys that weekend warriors that go to drill on the weekends, tell them to get some sticky fingers when they go. Come back with some extra MREs. Those are helpful. But you can also do beans and rice, stuff like that. Real quick before Sully takes over with his stuff, one thing that I've started doing, if you go to Walmart, H-E-B, wherever your stores are, go to the painting section and get you a 5-gallon bucket, put it in your buggy, and then hit up the dry food section and start packing your bucket with different foods, high protein, canned tuna fish, stuff with a really long shelf life. And then when the bucket's full, put the lid on it, go pay for it or steal it, whatever you want to do, and then deuce out. And now you've basically got a semi-long-term food supply that can go mobile in a bucket. I thought you were pointing at something. Oh, shit. So take off, Sully.
All right, so mine's a little more geared towards backpacking. So I got about a day if I want to eat a lot of food, or I can stretch it out to about 3 days. But everything in here I bought from Walmart, and it's all high shelf life. So I got some pasta shells in here. I got some chicken. I got coffee. If you guys drink coffee or have any type of caffeine, it's always good to have some sort of caffeine in your pack
Meth?
for 1 to 2 days. Yeah, or meth, yeah. Because if you ever been out, not have caffeine for about 2 or 3 days, you start getting pretty bad headache, acting like a fiend. So
Yeah.
but yeah, this is just a little bit different setup from these guys. These guys have rice and beans.
What is that?
So down here, this is kind of like my oils. I got some cooking oil, some hot sauce, some soy sauce, and some seasoning there.
Fun fact, in a pinch, cooking oil can also be used as personal lubricant.
Giggity.
That's true, yeah.
So just make sure to wash it off when you're done, because you'll get a real bad case of
Can't
acne.
forget the cereal,
Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles.
Mess kits.
Yep.
I'm sure he's got one. You don't have to have them, but like if you harvest an animal while you're on site, it gives you something that you can throw on there and cook it with over the fire. I have my Happy Socks stuffed inside to keep it from rattling. But there's those options.
This is a different type of cook set here. Same basis. I mean, I got the little stove here. Then you got 2 pots. You can pretty much cook whatever type of pasta, you know. I always base it off of what I'm going to be cooking, so I have some sort of pasta or rice I could actually cook in one pot and throw everything in there and then just eat straight out of there.
While we're talking about food, kind of on the subject of food, you're also going to need something to drink. So there's life straws. These are good, but you have to stay where the water is in order to quench your thirst. So there's also Sawyer. That's an awesome company. They've got these mobile bags where basically you just fill this bag up and then you use your filtration system when you get back to cover, concealment, all that. You hook it up and then you can fill up everybody's water from there and then roll it back up and stow it in your bag.
There's good drinking water around and you're in the route to your final destination or on the move. You know, everybody, I'm going to stay there. I'm going to do this. That's cool and everything, but that's everybody else's thought too. So having something like that to be able to scoop water up and get out of there is also great to have. You don't want to hang around there and get yourself shot or some shit.
Water area is a high traffic area. This is another water purification and filter.
I was about to mention those. Those are sick.
This is a Grail. It's a little bit different. What I like about it is you can actually filter it and keep the water in there. Or you could have a, you know, I got these water bottles here. So if you got that source, you could just keep pushing it down and purifying that water and fill this up and then take off. That's another option.
I have a grill on site at my place. A lot of my things are staged out. You know, they have cooking things and everything else. I do too. I also have
I can wipe my ass.
being able to come out of this bag and go to that property. You know, I have live traps. I have certain different things staged because I do have the advantage of being able to prepare, having that spot. And my main thing is keep it light until I can get there and then sustain myself.
All right. I guess we've covered water, a little bit of food. So now let's go into a little bit of medical and shelter. So let me throw my stuff on the ground real quick. Those small portable first aid kits, Band-Aids, all that stuff. Blister pads.
Moleskin.
Yeah, unless you're doing this on the reg, then you're going to need this because you're probably a punk bitch and you're going to get torn up.
I am.
Also, I usually use spray, but this is better than spray because it doesn't spray in your bag, but it's a bug cream. Also, in a pinch, you could use this as personal lubricant, but...
On the topic of lubricant, I keep firearms pack inside as well too. So, ops number 9, Frog Lube.
KY,
Rimmel, all good shit.
You're going to be alone in these woods, so lots of lube.
You got to run yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing people don't think about a lot is if you're going backpacking or you're actually bugging out and you have all this stuff with you and you're going to be carrying a gun, you're going to need some sort of way to clean your gun because if it rains and your gun gets all rusted or you fall in the dirt and the mud and it just gets all gunked up, you're not going to be able to operate that gun properly. So being able to take care of your weapons out in the field is a big must. On
that, a spare parts kit. So what we do as you're building out different rifles, pistols as a hobby, and you upgrade a trigger or you upgrade a BCG, all those older parts that you don't use anymore, throw them all in a Ziploc bag and tape it up. And now you have spare parts in case one of your rifles or pistols goes down. Now you can repair it and you're not stuck like Chuck with just your lube. So, yes, real quick on medical, it's not as cool as Shelly's IFAC stuff, but a generic high speed-ish medical bag. I just have a crap ton of gauze, iodine, some of those ghetto bungee tourniquets, emergency blanket, super glue. It's just like a beefed up boo-boo kit is all it is, but that can do in a pinch as well.
The boo-boo kits are pretty nice to have. They're not going to save your life, but if you're out in the woods and you get a cut, you know, over long term, if that gets infected, you might lose your finger, you might get sick and die. But it's just nice to have some Band-Aids so you can cover that wound up, or some antiseptic or whatever. And I got heartburn, so I got some tummy pills in there, and then I also got some ibuprofen. And then if you take any medication, regularly, it'd be a good idea to throw some of that in there, just so you have it in there and you're not running out of it, you know. So.
Or like ED, if you got some spare Romans, or
Which brings
Pfizer.
us to the point. This video is brought to you and sponsored by Roman. Be sure to check them out.
Sponsored, not sponsored.
Sponsors. We're still learning.
I think they might can sue us if we say
Splancers.
they're our sponsors. Shelters. I've shown you all this before, but yeah, for $30 you can get a 2 or 3 man tent at Wally World. 1 man tents are cool, or those, what are they called, woobies or whatever, that's just like the elongated propped up sleeping
Bivy
bag
sack?
thing. Bivy sack?
Baby?
Yeah. I would always tend to go 1, maybe 2 man more than what you're going to actually house in there. This says 3 person. We could technically all 3 fit in there.
I'd be deep in a 6.
He would be deep in my 6, but
Snuggle buddies.
Yeah.
I got this instead of the 1 person so that I would have enough room to sleep semi-comfortably and also store all my kit and stuff in there with me.
And guys, think about this. I know a lot of y'all are probably married and stuff too. So be sure to
probably
pack extra Tylenol and things like that, because your head's going to hurt when she starts rambling. And, there's going to be random women out there that you may find in your camp. So make sure you have a 3 man tent.
Yeah. Well, last time he packed pancake mix, and a lot of people think that that's stupid, but I know that if I'm hoofing it in the woods and I roll up on somebody's camp and he's out there flipping jacks, like, yeah, I want to be part of his
I'll
tribe.
be flipping jacks and flapping my jack.
Yeah, morale booster times infinity. We touched on it a little bit. Shelter wise, you can pick these ghillie tarp things up, feed stores, Walmart, all that stuff, but you can throw it over your gear and stuff that you're not using. You can throw it over your tent.
In a pinch.
Yeah, in a pinch. You can throw it over your person. You could also possibly put it in your sleeping bag, warm you up. That's one thing I need to add is a sleeping bag with a compression sack.
Yeah.
Mine's always compressed.
Speaking on the covering your kit up, I have this, which all it is a backpack cover that's semi-camouflage. So once you have everything packed and zipped up nice and tight, it stretches. You put it over your backpack and it clips, and it keeps it waterproof and camouflages it a little bit so that your backpack's not super vibrant. But you can put all kinds of things in there to camouflage it up. You got anything like that?
A little bit different waterproofing. I use waterproofing bags, and this pack comes with a rain fly, but it's a bright green, so in a tactical situation I really wouldn't use it. So I just have everything in a dry bag in its own separate compartment, so I know exactly what's in each one. So this is like my extra clothes, my extra socks, underwear. I have base layers, I have extra gloves, beanie, anything.
Personal lubricant.
Personal, yeah, you can't forget that. That's actually in each bag.
Beanies, multi-layers in your bag. You never know when you're going to have to go. It ain't always going to be 60 like it is right now today. Have you a cold weather base layer that you're able to add in there, preferably wool or something like that. Pack it up, have it there. You never know when you're going to need it.
Yeah, that, and just packing your bag out in general, especially if it's not a backpack like that he uses very frequently. If it's just kind of like your bug out bag that you packed and you're just leaving it for worst case scenario, pack all these things, plan it out, go out and actually use it, hike with it on, because depending on how you load these things in your backpack makes it suck or it makes it comfortable. But also, just because you have the room, don't fill it to the brim with unnecessary crap.
Pounds.
We've said it before, but a lot of my pouches and bags and backpacks, I'll leave a little bit of extra room for if something catastrophic actually did happen. You're gonna scatterbrain a little bit, and last minute you're just gonna start grabbing stuff. And if you got a little bit of extra room in there that you can grab 14 pairs of underwear and a half a drawer of socks and all your shirts and pants and just jam them in there, you got that room now. You can close it up and bounce. It's not already jam-packed with stuff that it is important, but I'm just saying, give yourself a little bit of wiggle room.
One we haven't talked about is being able to capability to start a fire, whether you have a ferro rod, whether you have lighters. You know, the only good thing about smoking is I carry all kinds of extra lighters in there. But being able to start a fire with tinder, if you got a wet day or anything, a lot of people use these on their guns. I do. The Ranger bands, little black rubber bands, cotton balls dipped in paraffin, things like that. These things burn forever. He was telling me about a product he uses, like Bigfoot pellets or.
Yeah, I don't think it's Bigfoot. It's basically just what that is in a pellet form, and it burns. You know, whether it's wet or not.
Bigfoot pellets is poop.
Hey man, don't touch that. You don't know if someone coming here and shitting that shit.
They're going that way.
Oh,
Bigfoot.
they also burn.
Yeah. So does Bigfoot.
These are also a good way, like if you do, you know, they show different examples, but if you do have an Altoids can, which I do keep one that has a little bit of fishing kit in it, you can keep it wrapped up, keep it tied up. These things don't take up any space.
Neither does a lighter. It's always good to have 1 or 2 or 3 lighters.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that, you know, the ferro rod thing is good to have because it's actually waterproof, but this is the easiest and fastest way to start a fire with a little lighter there.
The fastest way to start a fire is with fire.
With fire. Get the fire going.
The more you know.
Only you can prevent forest fires. Something else to add before I start packing back up. I talked about knife sharpeners. Listen, it's great to have a skinning knife around of some sort. Can't go wrong with a buck 110. Ain't going to do you no good if it's dull after a few times. Pack something up.
I sharpen my blades with the bones of my enemy.
I understand. Oh, I have 3. I got.
Boy, what is in the bottom of that?
That was crackers.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was crackers.
What kind of crackers?
They were.
That's
red.
my pancake mix.
Yeah.
Some snickerdoodles in there?
Carry a fork.
All right, guys. We appreciate y'all watching. This video is kind of like a prelude to some of the other videos.
I love Quaaludes.
Some of the other videos we got coming up. We've done some polls and got some information back from a few of y'all. And we got some awesome videos coming out where we're going to be in the field, enjoying the suck together, doing lots of questionable things behind the doors of a tent.
We'll film that too. Go to OnlyFans.
That's going to be on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to show y'all how to
OnlyFans?
use this in person in the field. And I think we can all learn a lot together. And then as the comment section will light up, we'll probably learn the most from those guys because they know the most.
You didn't even pack a right tune.
Yeah.
I forgot my backpack.
You didn't even pack a teddy bear.
You didn't even pack a backpack for your backpack.
Yeah. So in the very bottom of my backpack, I carry a backpack in case I find some loot. I hit some loot boxes up.
Yes.
See, I don't have that in mine. I need to
Toothbrush?
bring a toothbrush.
Don't be a nasty
I'm gonna have
motherfucker.
nasty ass teeth when I'm out in the field. Ain't nobody gonna want to kiss me.
And there's gonna be wild whores during the apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's why you get a 3-man tent.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, you got pancakes?" But then I smile at them, and they're like, "Oh, boy,
Those teeth are
Got them
horrible.
syrup teeth.
yeah, you need to slow down on them pancakes." Also, don't forget to pack personal lubricant. Guys, thanks for watching. Remember, go like the entire website of Instagram.
Yes.
But also after that, we only have like 40 followers. That would be cool if you'd look us up and follow us. We post cool pictures. Etsy, there's Etsy. You can buy things there. A lot of it's inappropriate, but if you're into that, we got some cool shirts and hats and all that. What else? We're on that stupid freaking app TikTok. So there's that. We post some hood rat stuff over there. And
That's it. I'm done talking to y'all. I love y'all. Bye.
Later. Later, Gator.
I love USA. That, you know, I like to picture my apocalypse.
yeah,
With a bunch of wild whores.
All the men are gone.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
I'm the last guy surviving.
everybody knows.
I have to repopulate the earth. That's the apocalypse.